Kickstarter page, I think. And when I first saw that reveal trailer, I just immediately fell in love. I was a big fan of Freelancer. And the last decade that we haven't had a Freelancer game, I've been signing petitions to get one made. I didn't know at the time that Chris Roberts was behind that game too. I learned that later, and I haven't joined any guilds yet. I'm still kind of up in the air on that. What exactly I'm going to do in the game? If I'm going to be more of a lone wolf kind of guy, or if I do join a guild, I want to join someone local, so I can hang out with them, have a beer. But one thing I really have liked about this game so far, without having played it, is the community has just been excellent. There's a lot of closeness to it, compared to everything else.
You freelancer fans are serious people. I think in a news update at my Wing Commander site back in 2003, I mentioned Freelancer 2 once, and not a month goes by today when we don't get someone emailing us to ask what we know about Freelancer 2 to this day. So Microsoft, there are people out there looking for it, so... No, Star Citizen is the game that you're going to want to play.
Yeah, even if Microsoft decided, hey, Star Citizen did pretty well, let's make a Freelancer too. I know it wouldn't be the same. It's not the same people.
They actually did some work on a Freelancer for the Xbox 360 a couple of years back. It didn't go anywhere, but it would have been strange. It wouldn't have been the same.
Yeah. All right, Ben. We'll ask you the same question. If you're not an employee, we basically know your story.
Yeah, right.
Let's go back from the beginning here. When you were, how old now did you become when you became a fan of Wing Commander?
When did I become a fan of Wing Commander? Okay. I remember very distinctly when Wing Commander came out, I was 9 years old, and I was crazy into World War II games, the LucasArts stuff, Battlehawks, and what was the Finest Hour. And I was waiting for Secret Weapons of the Luftwaffe, which was I would go in every week and ask the guy at Babbage's, is it out yet, is it out yet? To the point that he would see me come in and he would know it's not out yet. I was a very annoying 9-year-old. And it wasn't coming out, and it was going to be my birthday. And my dad had said, I'll get you this game for your birthday. And didn't come out, and he was like, well, I just read this column about Wing Commander, because he read it by Jerry Purnell, where he talked about Wing Commander. And why don't we get Wing Commander instead? I remember just being in tears that he would suggest that. I didn't want to play Wing Commander. I wanted to play Secret Reference to Luftwaffe.
Literally in tears?
Literally in tears. No, we can't do that. So I didn't play Wing Commander then. And I guess that next summer somebody had a pirated copy, and it'll start up and it'll show this little battle sequence, and I was just transfixed when I saw that, and then you get the question, what is the mass of the R'hllari? We had no idea, so we would just randomly type numbers over and over, and that little intro sequence was compelling enough that we tried that for 4 hours until we finally got one, and I was hooked. That is how I got into Wing Commander. And I bought hundreds of copies since then, in case make up for that one pirated one.
Well, you have a big collection now.
I do.
And your future wife is making you rearrange your home now to...
That's voluntary. She's actually entirely cool with my Wing Commander collection. Mark Hamill in the bedroom was a little weird, so it makes sense to move him to the closet. But we've got a nice big shelf of Wing Commander games right there in the front room. And,
well, maybe we stretched it. Maybe we stretched 15 minutes out of that.
Maybe. You want me to check to see?
Yeah, I think we need you to.
No, we stretched. It's 9:53, so we'll get 7 minutes.
Well, then...
8 minutes.
May I share the lamentation of a 20-year-old?
Please.
All right, so I was a little kid back during the golden age of Space Sim. So by the time I got to the age where I could, would have gotten into that stuff, they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
It was this dead age, and for years, they should make a game like this. And I'd written all sorts of stuff in sketchbooks, and I'm like, I should make a game like this. And then eventually I found out there had been this plethora of games back in the 90s. Why was I born in 92?
It's so damn obvious. You should make a video game where you play Star Wars. How did you go for 10 years without doing that?
I know, the Rogue Squadron games, nowhere near what I wanted. Because, I did play a little bit of X-Wing when I was really little. So, I was terrible at it because I was, 6.
It's a serious game.
Yeah. This is on the training missions. I couldn't even make it through the little hoop thingies on the platforms.
Now,
Bonk.
no one
Bonk.
can make it through the little hoop thingies in X-Wing.
There was the X2 and X3 games. Those are kind of, I don't know if they're
They just never approached what Wing Commander was back in the day.
Yeah.
There's competent games, but they don't stand out. They were never enough to get a big audience. You could tell the developers understood that there should be a space game, but they didn't really have the money to do it big. And everybody knows how these games should work, and we're finally getting back to a point where we can do it, where we're taking control. As publishers won't.
And I am so glad you guys are making this.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben Leslie.
My name's Thomas. This is Gradius, or
Hey,
Bobby.
Bobby. Nice to meet you.
Welcome. We do the Beacon 147 podcast.
All right.
Yeah, so still getting off the ground with it. We've done about 6.5 episodes.
Guys, grab a chair, man.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
sit down. We are broadcasting to the world.
I'm going to move my big body around in front of the camera here.
Okay, we got the new 300i coming up at about 4 minutes,
Well,
the top of
okay.
the hour. That's real exciting. I'm going to be rolling that in just a little bit. So.
All right, well, let us
Excellent.
know, and we will we'll stop our witty banter for a few minutes.
I'm going to stand here and make funny ears.
Well, I didn't say how long. If you're, I'll take a turn standing.
Just to let you know, we're trying to fill in 4 minutes now, so
Right.
you guys can go with it. We're done, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this chair comes with a free
I've heard of Beacon
147.
147.
Yeah.
How many? You said you've done 6 episodes, but I've only heard about it recently. How many episodes? One a week or?
They just want to keep it down.
We try to, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely try to get one a week out, but based on scheduling, just when we're available, that sort of thing. But-
And each episode is a half hour.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
We've had as short as 25 minutes and as long as an hour and 10. So.
Okay, within this 25 to an hour and 10 minutes, what are we talking about? All things Star Citizen, or